Hey guys, Vindomania back with another issue. Yes, 2 in 1 day. Aren't you the lucky ones, or am I lucky for doing it? I don't know. But anyway, this is going to be my entry into Liking the Covers 4943. I can always remember the name, but I can't remember the numbers. His video was dedicated to a very special lady, which was his wife, who sadly he lost near enough a year ago through, I think it was cancer. Yes, it was, because he says he would like to find a cure for cancer. I too am on that boat. My father has lung cancer and actually is going to do his, I think it's his third or fourth cycle of chemo in a couple of weeks. So it's for, as I say, it's for lung cancer, so it's just to try and shrink it a bit more. Unfortunately, they can't operate on it, so it's a case of, you know, it is what it is, and can't change the fact that he has it, and, you know, just trying to keep positive about it and all that kind of stuff. So it is what it is, and you know, just one of those things. But anyway, that's that. So he's actually asked some questions. So first one is, first cover you bought because of the cover. Now, anyone who knows me knows I'm kind of a big Hulk fan. So one of the ones that I think I saw on eBay and liked the look of it and bought it, it's actually in quite good condition, is this one here, which is the Incredible Hulk 192. There'll be a running theme with Hulk throughout these. I just really like the fact that, you know, the lurker beneath Lock Fear, and it's kind of grabbing Hulk and he's trying to hold on for dear life, and then there's a woman down here being held by the lurker, and I just thought it looked cool as well. But yeah, I just really like that cover, so I thought I would go for that one. Obviously Scotty Young is one that I really like the covers for, and if he brings out a comic, like 70% of the time I'll buy that just because he's done a comic. Some of them I'll not pick up because like I'm not really that fussed on, but I'll go with it and see what I think. What cover would I like to own? Which would be this Amazing Spider-Man. I think it's 122. Is it? I should have really done my research. Yeah, I think, well, that one there anyway. So that would be the one that I would like to own. Hence why I've got it as a phone case. I'd like to. Obviously, everyone would like to own like Hulk 181, but this would be one that I would like to own. I'm a big fan of the Green Goblin, and obviously this is where he's most maniacal, you know, like after killing Gwen Stacy and then says to Spider-Man that you're next and that kind of thing. So that would be one that I would love to own. It could be doable, but it may not be, so I'll just wait and see what happens, you know. So his third one was favourite superhero movie TVs. Now I think I have to do 3 of these. So number 1 will be the Incredible Hulk TV show with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. I grew up watching that and I just love that. Whenever I was a kid though, I used to get scared whenever he transformed into Hulk. So much so that apparently my parents mustn't have been that switched on whenever I was a kid, because apparently I ran at the TV with a knife. Yes, that is correct. Now, I don't know, I understand how I didn't do myself any harm, but I'm just saying that's what I've been told by my mother. Yeah, so I just love the fact that he would come up with certain names. It would always be not Bruce, but David. It was like David Bruce Banner. So it was David Blaine was one of them, and I can't remember who the other one was. It's like another famous person, but I always laugh at that there. Another one would be, I enjoy Arrow now, so I would say that Arrow would be the main one now. I just love that TV show. It took me ages to get into it, and thankfully through Netflix I managed to binge the first 2 seasons and kind of slowly working my way through series 3. Deathstroke is just class. John Barrowman as Malcolm Merlyn is just class. Felicity Smoke is just class. Everyone in it is just brilliant. You know, it's one of those ones that they've got the casting right and they've hit the nail on the head and everything. And the third one would be I would probably say, you know, that was my favourite TV show then, now, and then my favourite film, which would be The Avengers. Just watching that, you know, like I went to see it with my dad, I went to see it with my good friend Natalie, and I just love that film to pieces, so much so that I've already pre-booked my tickets with my dad to go and see The Avengers. In fact, I think he's more excited to see it than I am. In fact, he actually bought me an Avengers t-shirt for me to wear whenever we go and see the Avengers Age of Ultron, and that's no word of a lie. And we actually get to see it before America, which is weird. I won't be spoiling it, don't be worrying. I will not be spoiling it, I promise. So they would be the three things there. And then the other ones is favourite Saturday morning cartoon. So I have three of them here as well. The first one would be, now there's going to be something that kind of ties in with these. There's going to be a little bit at the end, so I would appreciate it if you listen to me blabber on and then you watch a bit at the end, because that is going to tie into another video that I'm going to do. So, first one would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I grew up loving this. Obviously in the UK it was called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles because we weren't allowed to have nunchucks and there was no such thing as ninjas or things like that. So yeah, so the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, obviously anyone savvy on the Turtles knows that the guy, Rob Paulsen, who voiced Raphael, voices Donatello in the new Nickelodeon cartoons. And I'm going to showboat a bit in this, so forgive me. This was sent by my good friend Mike Lacey, which is an original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles classic figure. It says, to Chris, Cowabunga Dude, signed by Townsend Coleman. And again, you'll find out a bit about that at the end. My second one would be Thundercats. Obviously, you would have seen me talk about Thundercats many a time on this channel. I just the you know, the sword and sorcery kind of thing. You know, like the villains of Mumra, Slythe, you know, Monkey and Vulture Man, etc. But the likes of the music in it, Panthers music, is just, oh, it's so good. In fact, after just saying that, it's just playing in my head now, and I just love that music so much. I really wish they would release a CD to do with Thundercats, and obviously they rebooted this. They've rebooted all these shows at one stage or another. They rebooted this in 2002, and obviously the guy who voiced Lionel did the voice for Lionel in, or not Lionel, Claudius in the original, or the reboot one, is what I'm trying to say. And that's a little signature there, which was from Lionel himself, Larry Kenny, and it says, to Chris, Thundercats Ho, Larry Kenny. I actually sent him an email just asking, and he paid for postage and everything and sent me this, so that would be that. And the next one, obviously, if you know me at all, you would know that I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan. He-Man, if you don't know what Masters of the Universe is, obviously, this is one of my first comic books that I got sent off to get graded myself, and came back a 9.4, so obviously you can see there He-Man and Battlecat there. Just, again, that was just one that I always watched, and you know, like we would have it over here, and then I would have the videos. Obviously I've got all the DVDs behind me here, and there's New Adventures of He-Man and She-Ra and things like that. Again, this is Roger Sweet, who, I'm trying not to get the glare, you can't really see it, but it says, to Chris, I wish you the best, Roger Sweet. Now, if you're not savvy, Roger Sweet was the guy who came up with the original idea of He-Man, you know, the name, the everything to do with the figure and everything. So whenever I spoke to him, he didn't have the newer ones that came out, so this figure that he holds here was actually one that I sent him, and that's why he took the photo and sent it to me. Yeah, so again, you'll understand a bit more about that at the end whenever you watch the video at the end. And apparently I have to give myself a pat on the back and tell you about something that I feel that I'm good at. I would probably say that I would be there for my friends if my friends need me, if my friends are going through a tough time. You know, like, it doesn't have to be somebody who lives down the road. It could be somebody on Twitter, or it could be somebody on Facebook, or it could be like a friend of mine who to speak to on Skype or on the phone or whatever. You know, like if we're going through a tough time, I would like to think that if anything, I could offer them a shoulder to cry on, an ear to talk to, you know, like, so I would like to think that I would be there for my friends, you know. I always try to treat others the way I like to be treated myself, is the way I look at it, so I should really not move that around while I'm talking. But yeah, so that's going to do my video for me. Please make sure to go and check him out. Obviously this video is dedicated to him, so make sure to go and check him out. Link down below. Make sure we'll try and get them up to 100 subscribers. You know, I know Millie Acres is very, very close to 200 subscribers. There's numbers all over the place. I know Stacey just over hit 400, which is class. So yeah, so thank you, sir, for doing this. Thank you for your awesome videos, and I'm sure your good lady is up in heaven smiling down on you. So she'll always live on through your memories and in your heart as well. So that's enough from me. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the bit at the end of this. And until next time.
Hi, this is Larry County, the voice of Lionel from Thundercats. You're listening to Alan Price and Chris Vince on Operation Retro Shock. Thunder, 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 Thundercats! Ho!
Well, hey kids, it's me, Townsend Coleman, and you probably know me better as the voice of Michelangelo from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And you right now are with Chris and Alan on Operation Retro Shock. Cowabunga! Dudes.
Hi there, this is Shane River, voice of Scott Tracy here from Thunderbirds. You're listening to Chris and Alan swapping stories and dialogue on Operation Retro Shock. So stay tuned. You never know what you're going to hear.
Hi, this is Dean Stephan. I was head writer for the 2002 Mike Young version of Masters of the Universe. And this is Chris Vince, Masters of the Universe Chronicle, the first and last word in all things He-Man and the Masters.